everyone, and welcome to Open. I'm Rhina Valentin, your host Café con Leche for the next hour, coming to you from BronxNet Studios, inviting you to get social with us online. That is, tweet us and follow us on Instagram at BronxNet TV or like us on Facebook at Open BronxNet Television. And of course, while you're there, don't forget, follow moi on Twitter, FB, Instagram, Insta Stories, and LinkedIn at Rhina Valentin. Our first guest is a Muslim fashion designer and digital artist. She began sewing at the age of 12 and practiced on her mother's old hijabs. Since then, her passion for fashion and inclusivity has given birth to her clothing company because that's the name of the clothing company. It's created with the belief that fashion is supposed to be fun and accessible to everyone. And here now to tell us more is Muslim fashion designer, digital artist, and Because brand founder Hawwaa Ibrahim. Hello and welcome.
Hi. Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
We're excited to have you. Lovely, lovely. First, we must open up by asking why you named your fashion design Because.
Yeah, I get that question a lot. I initially decided to name it that because I I wanted to go with the slogan all inclusive just because I feel like there never really needs to be a reason when it comes to the way someone dresses or the way they want to express themselves. And I've always had people ask me, like, why do you dress this way? Or why do you dress that way? And honestly, there really doesn't need to be an explanation. It's just because I want to.
I like that. I actually like that a lot.
Thank you.
Well, because it's almost like a statement. It's just
Yeah.
because, right? And so, thanks for breaking it
Yeah.
down for us. I mean, obviously, people are going to get the gist of it being a colorful fashion line. And just tell us a little background. I'm sorry, share a little background on its form of also accommodating your religion, your religious background.
Yeah, so I I was born a Muslim and my religion has always been a big part of my life. So a lot of the clothes that I do make when it comes to my brand are sometimes more on the modest side. That's just because that's how I personally dress. Of course, anyone is able to buy it. I've had plenty of non-Muslims buy from me accessories, clothing, other handbags. It's just the way that you decide to style it yourself, of course. You can have it modest. You don't need to have it modest. Of course, it's whatever you want. But yeah, I like to do, like, a couple of months ago, I did a collection that was specifically about something in my religion, which was Ramadan, which is the month that Muslims fast for 29 or 30 days. So that was very specific, but in general, I usually don't have it right in your face. It's just
Uh-huh.
me being a Muslim designer that makes it part of what I do every day.
Okay, so that leads into because you brought up the holiday Ramadan and you designing specifically to accommodate. So what does that look like in you designing with that holiday in mind?
Yeah, that's a good question. So I don't like to do inspiration very literal. So when it came to Ramadan, it was a collaboration with me and my friend Sadia. So she created a Ramadan countdown calendar, but for me, I didn't want it to be so in your face because I did want everyone to be included within that collection as well. People who don't celebrate Ramadan and people who do. So I took ideas from Ramadan. For example, in Islam, we go off the lunar calendar. So I did like moon phases for hair clips. And then I did a star and a moon, which is like the universal symbol for Islam. It's not of the official symbol, obviously, but it's what people associate with Islam. So I took that and made it into like cookie clips. So it was just small things like that that still reigned true to Ramadan, but wasn't so literal.
I love it. I love it. We didn't really mention the accessories, but her line actually has clothing, accessories, and tchotchkes is what we call like things that you can just have. And I love that you just broke it down for us because I was attracted to the moon symbol. The accessories and then there's the hijab, right? Um, So I see you're wearing a neutral color, and what I noticed in your line, which I mentioned earlier, is you use a lot of colors. And so
Yes.
I just wondered, like, when it comes to wearing a hijab, is it restricted to just being one color? Is that part of the practice? Like, can you educate us?
Yes, of course. So it's definitely not restricted to wearing one color. In Islam, contrary to popular belief, Muslim women who wear hijab or even don't wear hijab, because there's plenty of Muslim women who don't, choose not to. Um, you can pretty much wear anything that you want. It could be colorful, not colorful, black, neon green. I have a neon green scarf. Whatever makes you comfortable, whatever is going to make you the best Muslim you could possibly be, as long as it makes you comfortable, you can pretty much wear whatever you want. So when it comes to my brand being so colorful, it's definitely not restricted. Again, you can style anything any way you want, non-Muslim, Muslim. It just depends on your personal preference.
And so educate us on why you all wear covers on your head.
Muslim women in general wear hijabs because it's a form of modesty. There's another form of modesty for men that also translates into hijab, but of course that looks different depending on who you ask. So for me personally, again, it's a personal journey. Not all Muslim women wear hijabs, but for me personally, I choose it to be closer to my religion as opposed to not wearing it.
You know, and it's respectable in the manner of you modernizing it, in being, you know, outspoken about your preference as well. I see you have a pride rainbow behind you.
Yes.
And so how's that been navigating through that?
It I guess it depends on who you meet. It depends on like where you live, your experience. I'm very open about what I believe in and what I support, and I've met many other Muslims who also are open about what they believe in and what they support. So it really comes down to being a decent human being and, you know, being open to the different people who live on this earth, because again, we can't control anyone's lifestyle, anyone's action, and everyone is, you know, entitled to love,
I
be who they want, and live how they want.
Yes, love is love is love is love. I love that. And I love that you're breaking it down for us, because, and I love that you use the term being, because at the end of the day, that's what we all are. We're all beings, right? And we all want the same thing. We all want to experience love and feel love and be love and express love, and just float like that with as minimal judgment as possible, right?
Exactly.
I
Exactly.
know. I love it. I love it. I love it. So what new, what now with your new line? I mean, you know, I know Fashion Week, we missed it. We missed you for that. We
Yeah.
missed you for Pride Month, but now what? Now what do we have to look forward to?
Um, I'm currently working on a new collection. Again, it's going to have so much color, but you already knew that. It's going to be inspired by pop surrealism. So hopefully, I'm going to be able to incorporate that into the collection. Obviously, not too literal, because again, I'm not one to take a lot of things literal. So yeah, that should be coming out within the next couple of months, hopefully in the winter.
And so for the summer, you have anything special you want to recommend from your website?
Oh, that is a good question. Of course, you can't go wrong with accessories, hair clips, bags, earrings like these. Um, but I would probably recommend the t-shirts that I have, or you know, you can wear whatever you want, even if it's like blazing hot, 100 degrees. Go ahead and wear a sweater. I'm not gonna judge anyone. Sometimes I wear sweaters because they look good.
But you know,
Are
but
you guys
even and I also wanted to
outfit?
ask, right? Because you have Arabic like words on some of your clothing, and so I just wondered like what those words translate to in English.
Oh, yeah. So, fun fact, I do not speak Arabic, but but it's definitely
I just appreciate your transparency. You're like, well, you know.
well, actually, no, just kidding. It is a big part of the Muslim religion, and you know, Islam is definitely Arabic is a part of it. But I do have friends and family who speak Arabic, so I got them to, you know, make sure I was saying actual words. But they're mostly words of empowerment that I decided to choose. I think I have like a bag that has Arabic letters on it. So it's just like a reminder to, make sure you feel beautiful, make sure, you're always being God conscious and all of that jazz. And then I also did like a thesis during my senior year last year that had Arabic words on it. And it basically just said inclusive because, everyone deserves to be included in society and in this world.
I love it. All inclusive in every aspect of the word. Thank you for being here with us. Hawwaa Ibrahim, everyone. Muslim fashion designer, digital artist, and Because brand founder. And you guys, if you're interested in shopping and learning more about everything we just discussed, you can visit becauseofficial.com. All right, we have to take a quick break, but when we return, we'll hear about the activities and events happening at this summer's Comic Culture Arts Program. Don't go anywhere.